Sorry about that. I had to kind of get rid of my old stream and redo it just again. Um, so yeah, going to this live stream, I didn't really have a whole lot of topics that I wanted to talk about, just for the simple fact that there's not a whole lot going on right now in the world of movies as far as superhero stuff. I know we got the last Aquaman and movie coming out for the DCEU. I really want to see it. I'm really curious to see it. I hope it's gonna be a good movie. Um, I just wish the DCU would have got their head out of their ass and got it right. But like I said, not a whole lot to talk about, so this probably won't be a super long stream tonight. But yeah, man, how's everybody doing out there? What's been going on? You know, I know it's been a lot of just like overseas movies that's been dominating. You got Godzilla dominating, anime dominating. There's just not a lot of stuff for the American market that's dominating. You know what I mean? Um, but it sucks. But it is what it is. But yeah, man, there's not a whole lot going on right now to talk about. I see that there was the Ryan Reynolds. Um, there was the Ryan Reynolds um news that broke that he talked about where he was telling people to stop posting photos, set photos of the Deadpool 3 movie that's coming out because I guess he wants to still be a major secret until the movie hits theaters, which I completely understand that 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a different time we live in where all the news and information reaches people a lot faster and a lot quicker than it used to. So I can understand, where Ryan Reynolds is coming from, where he doesn't want people to share information about a movie before it hits theaters. Because I kind of wish, a lot of the leaks and stuff would be a big secret. I wish a lot of the information as far as who's going to be in the movie would be a big secret. Because I can imagine the theater losing their freaking minds when that stuff hits the screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different time that we live in. It's a different time that we live in compared to where I would have been like 15 years ago. So it is what it is. Um, hopefully people will try to respect his wishes and not leak anything. You know what I mean? But as y'all can see, I do have the Rippaverse Alpha Core um, live stream going down next Sunday. So make sure y'all here for that. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. I'll definitely be doing a live stream, spoiler live stream. Expect my review to come up sometime this week. I'll be doing a spoiler free review sometime this week. I have a video dropping tomorrow, so definitely make sure you're on hand for that. I did post a video recently, actually yesterday. I went to Walmart and I saw they had some Rebel Moon merchandise. It wasn't a whole lot. It was like a popcorn spaceship tin. They had the popcorn you can buy for it. They got just some other stuff. And definitely looking at it, I got Star Wars vibes just looking at it. You know what I mean? So I know we're getting Rebel Moon coming this month. Um, I am honestly curious to see it because I want to see, you know, just everything about it. You know what I mean? I want to see how good it is. I know Zack Snyder got some inspiration from Star Wars, and in my opinion, I don't think it should be looked at as like a Star Wars competition because there's no competition when it comes to Star Wars. It's Star Wars. You say those two words, and people already know what's up. I will say this: I was shocked to see that Ray Fisher was in it. I almost didn't recognize him until I saw him without the makeup. I was like, this dude look familiar. And I saw the name on the card when it popped up, and it was Ray freaking Fisher. I was like, I haven't seen this dude acting anything since this the Justice League situation with Warner Brother. You know what I mean? So um, I'm just I'm trying to be open minded about it. I hope it's good. I see a lot of people already trying to judge it, already trying to bash it before it even hits the screen. You know what I mean? and I just don't understand that. I guess because their ties are so tied to Star Wars, they don't want to look at this like, oh, this could, try to be competition. To me, I don't think it is. I feel like there's so much going on when you look at these trailers. It's hard to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that it's good, but I don't think it's gonna be Star Wars competition. I feel like it should be in its own lane. It should just try to compete with itself. But I'm honestly looking forward to it, man. I really am. Um, like I said, I went to Walmart the other day and I saw some merch they had with it, the merch they had for it. And the reason I'm so interested in it is because, it's the same thing with the Rippaverse comic books. With the Rippaverse comic books and this Rebel Moon, it's things that I can jump into from the ground up because they haven't been around for 20, 30, 40 plus years. They're still new, they're still fresh. So it's things that I can jump into from the ground up that I don't have to worry about, trying to get into or trying to fit in, you know what I mean? So that's one reason um I want I want to see this because it's something new that I can get into. And I hope it turns out great because I want to see Zack Snyder expand this universe. I just don't want to. I know he's got this movie, he's got something else. So I'm gonna be curious to see how it turns out. I do want to go back and watch the trailer again and see how that really looks. But like I said, to jump into this, same thing with the Rippaverse comic books, it's something you can jump into from the ground up. It's not something that has been around for so many years. There's all these books, comics, all this stuff that you don't know where to jump in at. So this is something you can jump into and grow from there. And like I said, this is Zack Snyder's baby. Is something that he put his all into. So it's something that you know you can sink your teeth into and not have to worry about trying to look around and figure out where to jump in. It you're already there. Same thing with the Rippaverse comic books. There's only been two other comic books: Rippaverse Isom 1, Rippaverse Isom 2. And so you don't really have to go looking at 30 or 40 different comics trying to figure out where to fit in there. I know I did talk about in the last stream, I believe, Zack Snyder moving forward and focusing on Rebel Moon and not focusing on the DCU, trying to move it to Netflix. And honestly, I think that's a smart decision because obviously we're getting the new DCU with James Gunn taking over. And I said it before, I think that people need to just really let it go when it comes to the DCEU because there's nothing really to talk about. And you know, it is what it is. I'm not really too sad about it anymore. Every time I look at it or I see something about it, a big part of me wishes that it was still, not that it would still continue, but it would have turned out better than it did. You know what I mean? But it didn't. So it is what it is. But I'm just on here looking online about stuff for Rebel Moon, and like I said, man, I wouldn't say I'm super pumped about it, but I am just curious about it. I'm curious about it. I want to see it do good. I want to see it do great. I want to see Zack Snyder just kill this thing. You know what I mean? Just really do a good job with it. Um, the best thing I honestly say I like about the merchandise so far, I did like there's a speaker that they have. There's a speaker that they have. I actually kind of like the posters too, but there's a speaker that they have. I saw, and I thought that was looked pretty cool. I think it's a Rebel Moon speaker. I thought that looked pretty cool. But like I said, new Rebel Moon coming out this month. I did talk about the Deadpool movie coming out next year. I think it's the only movie we're getting in the MCU, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think with everything going on with I think everything going on with Marvel at the moment, they need to take a back seat and kind of readjust the strategy. So, um, I think it's a good thing that maybe we're not getting too much Marvel content next year outside of the movies and just the TV shows. Because I know everybody and their mom is gonna bash the hell out of them TV shows. Everybody and their mom is gonna bash the hell out of them TV shows. So I think that I think us just getting I think us just getting the one movie and a handful of TV shows. I think it's gonna be a chance for Marvel to really reassess, to really go back and reassess their the whole MCU, and I hope they really look at it too. I really hope they go back and look at it deeply and go like, all right, this ain't working, this ain't working. We got to really change up some stuff because fans aren't interested. Anime is dominating the thing right now. I mean, literally, I drive past people's cars and you see anime all over people's cars on windows. And it's just nuts, man. That like I said, everybody. It's not crazy that everybody's moving on to the next thing because everything I feel like has a phase, and eventually it phases out, and everybody moves on, and that's something everybody's doing. They're just moving on to the next thing, and right now it's anime. Anime is a big thing. It's been big for years, but I think anime is really the thing right now that's dominating because, like I said, you see it everywhere. Everybody's cars, you see it. New TV shows popping up. It's what it is. You know what I mean? So you know, I hope somehow, some way that I hope somehow, some way that Marvel is able to turn it around. That James Gunn is really looking at trying to put the work in with DC and really show, hey, we really trying to invest in this. You know what I mean? We really putting our hard work into this. I think the biggest issue with this new Superman movie is the fact that it has way too many people in it. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many people in it, and it's like, why do we have this overabundance of actors and actresses in it? And it's like almost every little person from the head of the FBI to whoever, everybody's getting named and everybody's getting, um, just added into this movie. So it's starting to feel less and less like a Superman movie, and more like just and more like a Justice League movie. Because if you got that many characters in a Superman film, is everybody just making a 5 second cameo? I know Zack Snyder said, not Snyder, I'm sorry, James Gunn said that. Um, I forgot what he said. He said something, but I just feel like it's turning into a Justice League movie because of all the characters you're gonna have in it. Um, it's just an abundance of characters. You know what I mean? Like I think James Gunn said the story is gonna focus on Zack Snyder, and then go from there. But I just think it's crazy that it's gonna focus on Superman and go from there. I guess it's not gonna be a too early edition where he comes to Earth because we've already seen that story 100 times. It's gonna be him already being Superman, but in his early days of being Superman. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's crazy because it's crazy because like I said, there's so many characters, and I'm hoping it's gonna be good. I'm hoping it lights a fire under Marvel's ass and lets them know, hey, we coming. We coming. We got Superman, the most legendary character of all time when it comes to superheroes in my book. We're trying to chart a right course. But I'm curious to see how the sequels will do, if there's going to be any sequels, like Superman Legacy Part 2 and Part 3 or whatever, how far in the future they're going to go, because I do want to see Superman face against bigger threats. I don't want to see him just face against smaller opponents. I want to see Superman versus Darkseid. I want to see Superman versus um, I forgot the one guy from his own planet, but I want to see Superman versus the bigger guns, the bigger guys. You know what I mean? Not just the smaller opponents. Oh, and just to switch on gears here, I did finally get a chance to watch Super Mario Brothers that came out earlier this year. That movie was really good. I thought about doing a review for it. That movie was really good. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun watching it. Um, it was really good. Like I really thought Chris Pratt's voice would take me out of it when I was watching it, but the more I got a chance to sit back and watch it, the more I actually enjoyed it. I think Chris Pratt did a phenomenal job. Um, I think all the characters did a phenomenal job. Browser was great. Luigi was good. I think this movie was awesome. I think it definitely deserves a sequel. I'd be interested in watching the sequel. I would definitely have to go to the theater and catch it on the big screen because I was watching at home on TV, and watching movies at home definitely don't compare to watching movies in the theater when you got that dumbass big movie theater screen. So I definitely will have to see it. I would definitely have to see it in theaters. You know what I mean? And then make sure you find 5 different Sorry about that, y'all. Your boy is back. So anyway, yeah, I forgot where I was at, but yeah, the new uh Superman Legacy, man. I hope that it is gonna be good. I hope Superman Legacy is gonna be good because I want to see it done right. You know what I mean? But I know everybody is worried about the I know everybody is worried about all these characters in this new Superman Legacy film. Like you go down the list and there is a crap load of characters for this movie, but I hope it works out. I really do. I really do because I don't want to. I don't want it to fail, and I know it's gonna be a lot of people that are still gonna be stuck on Zack Snyder and this whole Snyderverse. But people, the Snyderverse is dead. It's over. It's done. Like I said, all the energy y'all putting into the Snyderverse, trying to get it back, go put it into Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon project. That's where all the energy needs to go. That's where all that built up energy needs to go. Put all of the energy that y'all putting into the Zack Snyder Justice League into that Zack Snyder Rebel Moon because I'm actually, I'm looking forward to it, man. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that like I said, it turns out good. I'm hoping that it's gonna be something great. But y'all gotta stop putting all of this effort and energy into this. Zack Snyder's coming back. He's coming back to do the Snyderverse on Netflix. It's not happening, man. DC. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers is not gonna license out their stuff when they're fully on to the next thing. They're giving it away to James Gunn. James Gunn's taking over the DCE. I mean the DCU now. You know what I mean? Um, But yeah, it's crazy. I guess I looked in the right spot. So I'm on this Hot Topic website looking at some of this Rebel Moon merchandise. I guess I looked at it in the right spot. I do want the speaker. I guess it's called Jimmy is the guy's name. He's almost like what's the name of that character for Star Wars? I have to type it in. Let me see. It's almost like I'm trying to think of this character. Let me see. I had to look this up because I'm curious to know. He's almost like a 3PO character. Um That's what he looks like to me. That's what I get a vibe off of when I look at him. He looks like a 3PO character. But I do want some Rebel merch. But yeah, there's a character in the new Zack Snyder Rebel Moon, and this character name is Jimmy. That's kind of funny, and he's like a walking robot, but he gives me drunk 3PO vibe. I mean, 3PO vibe. Sorry, not drunk 3PO. That's a YouTuber. But again, all the energy that everybody is putting into the whole Zack Snyderverse, put it into Rebel Moon. Put it into Rebel Moon because that's where all the energy needs to go now. Zack Snyder is fully focused on that. That's where all the energy needs to go. For anybody joining in, I covered already the leaks for the what's the name of that movie? I'm sorry, it's just escaped me. I can't think of it. I'm sorry. It was a movie I was thinking about. Um, Deadpool 3. So I covered the Deadpool 3 leaks. You already know not people, but Ryan Reynolds is not happy with the leaks for the movie coming out before the movie is actually seen on the big screen. I can understand that. I did talk about, like I said, getting into the ground up with the Rippaverse comic books and the Rebel Moon Project. It's nice to be able to get into something from the ground up instead of having to go far back in the comic books or just books in general and trying to figure out what the story is behind these characters. What else? Of course, getting into the whole Zack Snyder thing again about him moving on to Rebel Moon. James Gunn focusing on DC. Those are the big things. Those are the big things. As you can see, we're pretty much at the end of the year here. And there's just not a whole lot to really get into as far as what's coming out. We got the whole. We got the whole. Excuse me, I can't think of the name of it right now. Uh, Aquaman movie coming out. This is it. This last movie coming out. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I am. The trailer looks so good, but to know that it's not going anywhere doesn't fill me with excitement. You know what I mean? So I want to see it because the trailer looks good, but it doesn't fill me with excitement because I'm like, damn, we know that this is it. And it's funny because it's like with Marvel, I guess because they're on such a high, everybody was just torching the hell out of the Marvels, but nobody's doing the same thing with Aquaman movie. And knowing that it's the last movie in the DCEU, knowing that everybody's moving on, it's crazy to see that there's nobody talking about the new Aquaman movie at all, but everybody was riding high on Marvel for months, but nobody's talking about Aquaman. I think it's good that we finally getting to the end of the line with the DCEU. There's not going to be anything coming in 2024, and hopefully we get a invigorated fan base going into 2025. Like I said, Marvel needs to kick in their ass because they've been doing terrible. You know what I mean? To anybody jumping in, please like, comment, subscribe. I did do this live stream a little bit later, but I ain't making no excuses. I don't want to hear nobody else come in with any excuses. I watched other YouTubers live stream. Some of them didn't live stream super late, and they still getting 30, 40, 50 views. They still got 300, 400 people. I watched some of the YouTubers where they've live streamed like right now, and they've barely gotten like 3, 4, 5 different views on their channel. So what keeps me going is knowing that I'm not wishing ill will on nobody else's channel, but knowing that they may only get 1 or 2 views and they keep on going, it keeps me going. You know what I mean? So to see other YouTubers, even if they're getting low views, it keeps me going. Like I said, I'm hopefully gonna get a mic sometime soon. I have to see my funds looking like this week. That is my main goal I've been trying to do as far as my channel is to get a mic, because when I look at my videos compared to other YouTubers who have mics, the quality is so much better on theirs and it's so crappy on mine. You hear the difference like crazy. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to invest in a mic ASAP. But yeah, not too many people have decided to jump in tonight, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right now. Again, sorry for the little interruption, but I appreciate anybody and everybody who watches this, who stops by, who leaves a comment. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting my videos. I do got another one dropping tomorrow. Like I said, look for the Rippaverse Alpha Core spoiler-free review dropping this week. I'm trying to see if there's anything else coming out that I can do a video of, but if not, I'm not going to force myself to put out any content. But I'll catch you on my next video. I'm grateful for everybody who stops by. Yeah, thank you. Ending the stream.